Superstitions, I don't believe them. In fact, on the afternoon show some years ago, on Friday the 13th, I made a point through the afternoon. I broke a mirror. I got a ladder into the studio, walked underneath it. I did everything you're not supposed to do. I think about how things have gone since then. No.
Wait for you. You really kicked on, didn't you?
No, everything's gone very well, actually. My life has been has simply gone from strength to strength in terms of my life. Yeah, no problem for me. But you, on the other hand, are superstitious, which really surprises me. You learn something about someone all the time.
Not so much superstitious. It's just it's habitual, I think. It's a habit. But I fell in love with this pair of this underwear, Bonds, hipster briefs, jocks. And I just kept wearing them over the years, and they became my most comfortable. I've always believed that if you don't have comfortable underwear, you're not going to go anywhere in life. You've got to get those things right. So I kept this pair, and they just kept going and going, and a few holes and cracks developed over the years, and I had them. And I've always worn them to an important event in my life. Standing up in front of crowds, giving speeches, just the lucky jocks, they're called.
You're the Director of News Media at Fairfax, a very senior figure in the Australian media industry, and we're sitting here talking about your lucky jocks.
How far has my career come?
That's right. That's terrific. So your lucky jocks, you've still got them? They're starting to fall apart a bit, are they? Or
Well, there was a crisis a couple of months ago where one night they were plucked out of the jock drawer and held up in front of me and asked, "What are these doing? They should be thrown out." And I said, "No!" It was like a slow motion. No, don't touch them. They went into the bin.
Okay, you've retrieved
them. So then I had to wait for her to leave the room before I did a quick furtive mission to the kitchen, pulled them out of the bin, put them back in another drawer, and until right now, actually, she doesn't know where they've been hiding.
Yep. Now, I have got a note, in fact, that what actually happened was they were thrown away. What she did, she got another pair. She cut those up and made them look like your lucky ones. You haven't been wearing your... No, she didn't do that. But the point I'm making is...
So that's how I ended up working with you.
Isn't it just a state of mind? It
is.
It's so silly, superstitions. And yet there'll be people watching us right now who would go, oh, number 13? Oh, I'm not going to move in there.
So this whole story came about and the whole discussion came about because there are so many new Chinese investors now investing in our property market in Sydney, and they're going to apartment buildings and they're looking at them, and so the owners of these apartment buildings, to make them more saleable, are actually getting rid of level 4 because number 4 in China is not so good. It's bad luck, actually.
Yeah, so
it's becoming 3. You go to level 3 and then you go to 3A.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like in hotels all around Sydney. Quite a few of them don't have a 13th floor.
And some numbers are lucky and some numbers are not lucky.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you this because, and this is the whole business of numbers being lucky and unlucky goes back to the very early part of the last millennium when the real estate industry first developed in Europe. And there was a real estate agent that came up with the idea, if I label a particular number unlucky, I'll be able to buy that for a better price. If I label a number lucky, I'll be able to sell that place for a higher price. That's the origin of lucky and unlucky numbers in real estate. Well, you'll find out whether that's true or not. Listen tomorrow morning, our Believe It or Not segment, because that may be true or it may not be. 10 to 6 tomorrow is when you'll find out.
Yeah, but we're here from 5 a.m.
5 a.m. we're on.
I'll have my lucky jocks on too.
And we won't get him to demonstrate they're on. Please, we're going to take his word for it.